I'm the truckers. Today I embark on a journey with a day cab going to North Carolina to help out a friend's moving company. My truck's at the shop, so make some extra money, but for the next couple of days I'll be playing company driver. Let's see how this is. Dope. They put up Christmas lights. I guess that's a part of the HOA. You know, I'm definitely new to this kind of lifestyle too. I already know I gotta start my trip going to 7-Eleven, get my energy. 2 for $6. I think I'm gonna get a cranberry one today. My friend's moving company is about 2 hours in Vero Beach, coastal van lines. So I gotta drive 2 hours and then I gotta drive another 9-10 hours to North Carolina. So it's a short trip, 1 day out as far as drive wise, 2 days of work and then 1 day drive back. But I've never driven this far as you know, driving to a job and then picking up a truck. But it's gonna be a day cab, so I gotta get a hotel every night. My boy wanted to rent a Penske for me, but I tried to save him money. I told him, you know, I try and get cheap motels or whatnot, so try to hook him up too, you know what I'm saying? Building good relationships with people is always important. You know, when you think you don't need people, later on in life, you're gonna find out that the good deeds of helping people out, it can be very helpful in the future, you know what I'm saying? Always have more friends than enemies, but I'll be there in a little bit. Rolling up to my boy's moving company. He's young, man, young and successful, man. So this is coastal van lines right here. You know, that's the truck I'm taking right there, so you guys can see. That's what we got popping. This is my truck for the week. I got this little day cab, so it's a Peterbilt. Good thing I know how to drive stick, because I think this is a 10-speed, so if you didn't have a license for a manual, you couldn't do it. So make sure you get your manual license so that you could bust this stuff out. So let's see what's up. Let's see what's going on. So the other day when I had my ABS light on my trailer and I'm getting it fixed, well, I'm doing this favor for my buddy. And always do your inspection. You know, friendship is friendship, but your license is always on the line. So I checked out the truck, and check this out. As you can see, ABS trailer light is on. Yep, I do not want to get shut down for that. So I stayed at a little motel across the street from the TA in Florence, South Carolina. I'm still 2 hours away from my shipment. I need to drive there now. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Said I'd be there at 9. 2 hour drive, give or take an extra 40 minutes to an hour. So now I gotta dip, get going. Second day of company driver. On the truckers, so today is day 3 as a company driver. I got one more shipment to drop off and then I'm headed back home. It's been a decent experience, but I will say this: I'd rather be in my own truck. You know what I'm trying to say? I was just thinking to myself, why is it when I am 3 hours from a job, I'm there early? Okay, I'm 15 minutes from my job and I'm running late. I don't get it. I always do that. I always do that. I have no clue why I do that, but what are your thoughts about that? Like when you're like kind of far from your job or shipment, you're on time. You wake up extra early, you get there, you make it. But when you're across the damn street, always late. Alright, mother trucker, so this is the shipment. I know, right? Crazy. So basically what I did was I blindsided back up onto the driveway with his permission. I gotta show you guys this real quick. It was good that I actually took a day cab today. So without a day cab, I don't think I'd be able to do this. But for the most part, I stayed on the cement. It wasn't too bad, but the situation at hand, he was okay with me putting a little bit of tire on the mud, and I did a little bit of tree trimming. I backed all the way in, right? And there's just a little roundabout right here. It looks kind of big, but it's not big. People don't want you on their grass or anything like that. I had to back up almost 2 miles down this road and then blindside back up. Good thing I was in a day cab. Trucking gets interesting sometimes, but we gotta do it. You know, if it's not us, then who? All right, so this is my last day in a hotel. I just want to talk and recap my experience as far as going from an owner-operator to a company driver in the moving game. I would say that it was a good experience, but because as going from owner-op or running my own truck, I know how much money was left on the table, and that has nothing to do with what me and my friend, we worked out. You know, he took care of me. $400 a day, you know, it came out to $1,600, and he paid for my hotels. So it's cool, you know what I mean? And I took no responsibility on any of the furniture, even if anything broke. So in that case, I would say it's definitely a good deal. But on the owner-operator side, I know that for this job, basically, I left about, if I were to do this job, I did the calculations, I left another almost like $3,400 on the table. So if you are a person that takes basically care and feels responsible for the truck and has pride in what they do and is very careful in what they do, then I'm telling you, there's an opportunity there that you might be missing out on, and you might be leaving a lot of money on the table. So if I give you a quick example, you know, not everyone wants to be a mover. There's so many things to do with that. So I understand that some people, if they go owner-operator in my business, they might lose their shirt, because if they break everything, they won't make any money at all. And if they have more bad luck and their truck breaks down, which it will break down, that's definitely in the red. But if you're running where, just say for example, you're doing flatbed and you're doing it for a company, but you take pride in it, figure out all the steps. That's all I have to say. It's important to be a good driver, but try to figure out all the steps. Try to figure out how they're finding their loads. Try to figure out how much money the company's actually making off of it and how much they're paying you. I mean, the truth is, when you don't take responsibility for a job, the load, the project, whatever it is, you're going to make less. And you're leaving a lot of money on the table. Like I said, in the moving game, for this job that I did as a company driver, I left a lot of money, thousands of dollars. He took care of me, but I still left thousands of dollars. So, with that said, going from owner-operator to company driver, for me, a person that takes pride in what I do, even if it wasn't my own truck, it just doesn't work for me. You know, I gotta get paid, baby. So, for all you out there that are a company driver now, that take care and just have pride in what they do, you just have to understand all the steps. That's all. And once you get that down, once you're willing to take full responsibility for the whole job, you're basically there already. Just ask questions. You're ready, I'm telling you. But when you're a company driver, I'm not going to say it's easier, but you have less stress. But man, you could go company driver to owner-op. But going from owner-op back to company in the same job position that you're doing, where you're understanding what's going on, the money is just, it's just funny. It's so much less. So I'll just leave you guys with that. I'm just talking to you guys. Overall, my experience as a company driver, it was great. I made good money. I didn't have to worry about the job. But guess what? Even though I didn't worry about it per se and wasn't responsible for it, me as a person, I always feel responsible. So it didn't feel any different. The only difference was I stayed in hotels every night because I was in a day cab and I made less money. But my guy did take care of me for what we talked about, and it's more about doing a favor because it's make friends, not enemies.